Oh.
Try not to laugh at him.
We gave him enough space this time to put the thing.
Can we go in? Is he happy to us to go in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very sure. Thank you so much to Vantrue for sending me this wonderful triple channel dash pram. Links in the description and in the pinned comment. Let's get on with this review. So first of all, here's the contents, everything that you get when you buy this dash cam.
Now drive left and then drive to the north. Now drive to the north.
offender was one of 3 men arrested on Thursday. He's been allowed to fly home. There'll be a further court hearing on Tuesday. Greek journalist Cafe Karasava has been following the case.
He went to a prosecutor's office to provide for what happened late Thursday and to face these accusations from the police officers who were allegedly assaulted by Maguire and his friends, 2 other males, in the Fabrica region of Mykonos.
Now drive to the left.
A member of a band organisation. There's Shay Reynolds, who's 26, from Lurgan in County Armagh, and 50-year-old Patrick McDade from Londonderry. Shay Reynolds is also accused of possessing explosives and ammunition with intent to endanger life.
A double century from Zach Crawley has put England's cricketers firmly in control of the 3rd test against Pakistan at Southampton. The hosts declared on 583 for 8. A few moments ago, Pakistan were 13 for 2 in reply.
How wrestling is much more originally.
The Manchester United captain Harry Maguire is expected to appear in a Greek court this morning in connection with a disturbance at a bar in Mykonos on Thursday. 2 other men were also arrested. Greek authorities say police are convicted, but the precise charges against the footballer aren't known. Around 500 UK jobs are at risk after STA Travel ceased trading yesterday. The company, which specialised in trips for young people, including gap years and volunteer projects, had more than 50 shops in the UK. The firm said customers with bookings would receive further communication in the coming days.
So, I think that the camera gives really good quality. I mean, it's faultless. You can see everything that you want to see. It captures exactly what you want it to capture. So I would give it a 7 out of 10. There's only one complaint that I have, and that is that it's really sharp, the quality, which is good for sort of, bringing out all the finer details and everything, but it almost looks like all the details and everything has a black sort of outline around it all, which I'm not personally sure about as a sort of a look of the video. So we've got time-lapse mode. Now it works really well. I cannot fault it, but I have to admit, what would I use it for? The instructions say you could obviously use it if you've got a very small SD card, but yeah, other than that, I can't really see a use for it, unless you want to create a nice sort of shot, I suppose, of a nice road or something, cinematic shot. However, you could just speed it up in the actual editing process, and if you had a crash or something, it wouldn't particularly show it that well. So, as I said, I'm not really sure what you'd use that for. I would only ever use the time-lapse mode if I had another dash cam in the car recording at real time. So now we come to parking mode, which is my favourite feature of this camera. Parking mode is really clever on this camera. You literally just select it and switch it on, and then when you park up, and after 5 minutes it then goes instantly into parking mode. And any time that, of course, there's movement or if someone hits the car, it will then turn on and record for the following 10 seconds. And if it's an impact, I believe it will record for 5 minutes. You can just obviously take the motion detection off, because if you're parked on the side of the road, you're going to have cars coming past you all the time, which is going to obviously set it off a lot. And if you have a collision, on the collision setting, it will literally only turn on if there's a collision, and obviously it will then record for 5 minutes before it then turns back off again. But anyway, it's really clever and I absolutely love it. One of the best features about this camera in my opinion. However, the new Vios do also have similar things, which are quite good as well, but I don't have experience, so to me personally this is the best I've seen. So saving or locking files, it does that with the button on the top left, which is okay, but it does make it a bit more awkward to put your finger on. Now going to the Vio, you can buy the Bluetooth button, which is ridiculously helpful. However, I don't have that, and so if you're just going to base it on, that has a button just below the screen, which is really useful because that is also quite easy to get to, compared to having to try and go on the top and press it. But other than that, no complaints really. It saves a file and that's what you want it to do, and it saves all three obviously. The only thing probably to mention is it doesn't tell you whether it saved it or not on the actual video. You can't tell. Not that necessarily matters, but like with Nextbase it tells you at the time that you saved it and things like that. So we're going to go to cost here, I suppose. So this camera is £230 at the moment on Amazon, which for 3 cameras is pretty good value, considering one of them is 144p. A comparison is you can buy the Vio A129 Pro, which is 4K, slightly better quality, but of course it only has 2 cameras and that's about the same price. However, that one does have GPS, which is my only problem with this camera. It's very disappointing because you have to spend an extra £25, right, on a £230 camera already, in order to pay for the GPS mount, which to me I feel that it should come as standard with the actual camera. The GPS mount itself is identical to the one that comes with it. It just has the GPS in it, so why not just put that in as normal? I personally don't get that, because GPS is quite important to me. It tells you the speed that you're going, so if someone accuses you of speeding in a crash, you can prove it. And if you don't know where the crash happened, GPS is also useful for that, so you know exactly where it's happened. So that's for me the biggest disappointment with this camera, is the fact that you have to pay extra for GPS. So in summary, if you need a triple dash cam, it's absolutely perfect for you. Whether you're an Uber driver or a taxi driver or any other ride shares, or you have passengers that you want to keep an eye on, or a dog for example, or even belongings. If you go on holiday and you have a camper van, you can obviously have that on with parking mode. If someone breaks in and steals something, you've got it on camera, so it's fantastic for that. I would recommend that you have to buy the £25 GPS, which I think that's a bit unfair for a £230 camera. Personally, what will I do with it, and this will probably show how I feel about this camera as well, is that it's a fantastic camera. However, it's not quite what I'm looking for, and the reason I bought the Vio is because I did extensive research on it, and that's what I wanted, and I'm very happy with it. So what am I going to do with it? Well, if you're a regular viewer of the channel, one of the dashcam cars doesn't have a dual dashcam in it, so I will probably be putting it in that, likely.
Eyes in the sky, light, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining.